My family flew cross-country for my sister's gender reveal extravaganza, yet couldn't spare 2 hours to watch me marry the love of my life. 34 days of radio silence followed. Then their phones lit up mine like a 5-alarm fire. The scene was picture-perfect Santa Monica, Ocean View Cabana, rented infinity pool, a string quartet playing acoustic covers, and a custom confetti cannon that rained pastel glitter over the waves. Every Patterson relative from New Jersey made the trip: parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, first-class seats, oceanfront suites, all funded by Dad's once-in-a-lifetime budget. They toasted my sister Sophia and her husband Nate like royalty while I refilled ice buckets from the edge of the party, invisible in my own family's spotlight. 4 weeks later, I stood under a cedar pergola in the Adirondacks, 2 hours and 12 minutes from their driveway, watching 50 white chairs on the bride's side stay empty. No parents, no aunts, no cousins, just wind moving through the pines. 3 days earlier, Mom had called, voice heavy with theatrical regret. "Your father's knee is swollen again, honey. After that exhausting California trip, we're both wrecked. The drive would be too hard on him." I reminded her they'd crossed the continent for colored powder and selfies. She sighed the long-practiced sigh. "Sophia's carrying twins, high risk. We had to be there. A wedding is just one afternoon. We'll send flowers and a check." By evening, every relative had their alibi: sudden migraine, prior golf outing, mysterious transmission trouble. A perfectly choreographed absence. I walked the aisle alone. My husband Julian waited at the altar, eyes locked on mine, steady as ever. His side overflowed. Parents who'd driven through sleet, siblings who'd taken red-eye flights, friends who'd cancelled plans. They stood, cheered, cried real tears. The empty chairs on my left became a silent monument to choice. The reception glowed with lanterns and laughter. Julian's father raised a glass. "We always wanted another daughter. Today we got one." I smiled through tears while my phone stayed dark. 34 days passed. No call. No text. No "how was the honeymoon?" No gift arrived. Then, on day 35, my phone became a war zone. Mom first, 14 missed calls, then a voicemail that started with sobs and ended in desperation. "Elena, please. Nate's startup just got crushed by Horizon Capital. They are bankrupt. The twins arrive in 12 weeks. You have to talk to Julian. Make him change his mind." I let it play twice. Nate had spent 2 years pitching his revolutionary logistics app to every venture firm in Manhattan. He'd bragged at every family gathering about the imminent close, name-dropped partners he'd almost met, blamed impossible gatekeepers for every rejection. He never knew the quiet man carving turkey at Thanksgiving was Julian Reyes, founder and managing partner of Horizon Capital. We'd kept it quiet deliberately. I knew what would happen if they realized: sudden warmth, sudden interest, sudden pressure to help Nate out because family invests in family. They'd have turned our wedding into a term sheet negotiation. Instead, they chose a gender reveal party over my marriage vows. So we let them keep their blind spots. Nate finally secured his golden meeting, 43rd floor, panoramic views, the works. He strode in wearing his sharpest suit, deck loaded, ready to dazzle. Julian sat at the head of the conference table. He didn't mention the wedding. Didn't need to. He asked precise questions, flipped through the deck, then delivered the verdict: the burn rate is unsustainable. Customer acquisition costs exceed lifetime value. The model collapses under scrutiny. We're passing. Nate left in shock. 2 hours later, my phone detonated. "Dad. Elena, this is catastrophic. Nate's company is gone. We might lose the house." "Mom, how can Julian do this to his own family? After everything we've sacrificed." "Sophia, you're letting your husband ruin your sister's future? The babies need security." I sat on our porch swing with iced tea and watched the notifications stack. When I finally answered Mom's 20-second call, her voice cracked. "Please, Elena, talk to him. Nate will lose everything." "We'll lose everything." I took a slow sip. "You flew 3,000 miles for balloons and cake. You couldn't drive 2 hours for my wedding. You said my day wasn't worth the gas. So I'm returning the courtesy. Your crisis isn't worth my intervention." She gasped. "That's heartless. We're blood." "Blood shows up," I said. "Mine did. Yours didn't." I ended the call. Blocked the numbers. One by one. Nate's company filed Chapter 11 4 months later. My parents liquidated retirement accounts to cover Sophia's mortgage and nursery. The cross-country vacations stopped. The Instagram stories about blessed family moments stopped. I kept my life. Julian and I travel when we feel like it. We host friends who actually enjoy our company. We sleep without the low-grade guilt that used to hum beneath every holiday. I don't hate them. I simply stopped auditioning for their affection. When people treat your presence as optional until your success becomes useful, believe them the first time. When they skip your wedding for a party but beg at your door when the money dries up, remember, you don't owe them a rescue. Your peace is not their parachute. Where are you listening from right now? And what time is it there? Drop it in the comments. If you've ever been the dependable one until you weren't, share your story. Someone scrolling tonight needs to know they're allowed to stop carrying everyone else.